Okay, so I'm over in Haines City, Florida, over at Cedar Crossings. That's Cedar Crossings Boulevard right there from KB Home. We're going to check out this model house from KB, which is this is a brand new model that I don't think I've seen this one, and I don't know if they have it anywhere else. Maybe they do, but I think it was the 2534, or I could be mistaken because it's always, the square footage. That's how they do it. But anyway, I'm Rich Noto, Florida licensed realtor, Florida licensed home inspector, Florida notary public with loan signing agent certification, your construction trained realtor, and it's always so important to have a realtor on your side that understands construction. There's a big difference between realtors that sell new homes and realtors that understand construction. And if they truly understand construction, then they should have certification, certificates that they could show, or licensing certificates in the construction field that would give you some indication that, they can help. Because let's face it, like I've said sometimes, just joking around, but kind of seriously, a monkey could sell a new house. And I laugh every time I say that, but it's true. A monkey could sell it because it's relatively easy to do. Think about it. If the buyer likes the house, the buyer signs the contract. Now, there's a lot of things that the buyer should know prior to signing the contract. There's a lot of things that I would say, a lot of suggestions, I guess you could say, about different homes, different types of homes, the shape, roof styles, stuff like that, home sites. There's a lot of stuff that I go into with my buyers that at least I've heard from sales associates that's very different from other realtors, my opinion, as we go from house to house. But the important thing is after contract. That's when you really, 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 really need the help. It's during construction, during the build, or picking out the best possible home. Home that has less defects. Because let's face it, when you own a house, at some point those issues are going to be on you. So let's take a look at this house. The plan 2342? Maybe it's 2342. Yep, 2342. Not wearing my glasses, so everything's a little bit blurry. Let's go inside and have a look at the plan 2342 from KB. So one of the things about KB to know is that the plans are very customizable. So when you see this house, it's a model house and it's probably pretty heavily upgraded. Okay, so the KB homes tend to start off cheaper, but then after you get into all the upgrades, all the floor plan options and stuff like that, the price is going to change, based on what you choose. And the other thing is that KB is Energy Star certified, and I'm not sure if they still are, but they used to be. There's an energy savings comparison sign right there, so they probably still are. This house is very wide and very spacious when I first walk in. Over here to the left we have a laundry room. And then when we continue, right over here you can see, this is a bedroom, but they set it up like an office. It's becoming more and more common to have home offices. A lot of people work from home. In the not the master closet, we're in the walk-in closet, I should say. It's a hot day. Oof. I think it's time for me to have some water. It's definitely a smaller feeling bedroom, but I like the walk-in closet. This bedroom to me felt a little bit larger. Get a good angle on it, but let me try an up angle. I'll go towards the ceiling. I think the ceiling here is 8 feet because I could touch it. So, yeah, this is definitely a larger room than the other one. But that's the thing, builders always shuffle around the square footage. Like, for example, here we have a little walk-in closet, which is great. So, depending on the model, your bathroom with your 2 sinks. So, you know, depending on the model, they're always going to, you know, shuffle around that square footage. You can see there's a much larger laundry room than a lot of homes have. So 3 bedrooms over there, and this is really what feels great about this already. Like this is excellent. I'm gonna give my opinion on it towards the end when I do the walkout. Look at that. That's a lot of countertop space. Yeah, look at that. That's big. Big and spacious feeling. I'm in the other corner. The covered patio, also known as the lanai. And with a lot of KB homes, they have the extended lanai. So that's a non-extended. So with most of their homes, you could have like no lanai, and then you can have that lanai, or you could have the extended, and of course the price is going to change. So again, they usually start off getting pretty cheap, but then when you get into the stuff that you know that most people want, it starts to go up. This is a huge bedroom. Wow. Yeah, look at that. I'm off in the corner. There I am. There's my feet. And just a really big bedroom. They got the tray ceiling upgrade as well here. I've never seen a house come standard with a tray ceiling. And here's a closet, and a big one at that. Not a huge one, but it's big. Yeah, actually maybe it's medium. I'm gonna give that a medium. And this over here is another closet. So when you combine the 2 closets, you got a big closet. You got 1 big closet, we got 2 medium closets. There's my feet. And what do we have here? We have master bathroom. Again, the toilet's not in the closet. That's the theme in this community. You might be able to upgrade these. I don't know if they have an upgrade option for toilet in the closet. There's your towel closet. So towel closet, this one has a shower. And of course there might be other options for like, you know, for a bathtub and a shower combination. Like some of the other ones have that garden tub with the shower head. These floors, of course, are an upgrade. These are some kind of plank flooring. Maybe it's a vinyl plank. So let's talk about this house briefly. The bathroom's pretty spacious. I like it. I like this bathroom. It feels good. I don't see anything wrong with it. 2 closets are nice, especially for 2 people. If you're 1 person and you don't really need the 2 closets, well then you have one that you could, you know, make as a storage closet. Master bedroom. This is a fantastic master bedroom that would also be a great home theater room. So if you're thinking about, you know, a home theater room and you don't need a master bedroom, this could be it. Now we're off in the kitchen, living room, and dining area, and this is a very huge and spacious feeling room. Yeah, it's just a big room. It's 1 big room, but it feels good. I like it. And I like the kitchen, and it looks like you could do some good cooking over there because you got that whole island with no sink on it. Now, this end of the house is nice because if you have children or you have another family member that, you know, you really don't want to be too close, you want some space between the master bedroom. You know, this is it. They could have a room like this with a walk-in closet. And then they have the bathroom right there, or this room with the walk-in closet. And what's nice about this too is that you have like a room like this, for example, which is a little bit pulled back from the house. So if the street is a bit noisy, or if there's noise coming from the rear, you know, this could be a bedroom to sleep in because it's kind of like in the middle. So I think for a single-story house, this is a really great house. I think that it's nice for flexibility because too, the laundry room is over here. So if that other family member's down a little bit further, like at one of these two front bedrooms,